My name is Claudy Clay. I'm from East Side Bishops. I'm not one of the first 10, but I'm from at least one of the first 20. You know, so I was born and raised in Los Angeles and got a few terms of prison. And the rest we'll talk about when you question me.
Yeah, make video, you know, this is for sure. Yeah, make video, open your soul, represent your ghetto.
Where did your parents come from?
My mother from, I think, Hot Spring, Arkansas. My daddy from Louisiana, but they hooked up with Arkansas.
Okay, the Southern connection once again.
Yeah, they stayed together all their life. They never broke up.
Do you know why they moved to California?
I think my opinion is, you know, to try to make a better life for his kids and get better employment, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And do you know what year they came to California?
No.
Okay.
Well, before I was born, that'd be in the 40s or maybe I was born in 55, and I was born out here, and I got some older brothers and sisters born out here. It had to be in the late 40s, early 50s.
Okay, so you're a native of Los Angeles.
Yes, sir, I am.
When you were first born, what home did you go to and what area?
When I was born, I lived on 83rd to San Pedro in town.
Okay. And what did your parents do for a living?
My daddy worked for the city of Los Angeles. My mother's always a housewife.
Okay, he got a good job off the top, huh?
I guess you can see when you got so many kids, don't look so good. It's 11 kids in my family. I'm the middle child, you know.
Okay. So what elementary school did you attend?
Oh, Lord, what's the name of that school? Russel. I started Russel. Then I ended up going to 79th Street School. And that's where I graduated from there and went to junior high school.
Where did you live when you became a bishop?
On 79th between McKinley and San Pedro.
Okay, by Raymond Washington, somewhat.
Yeah, he lived like 3 blocks over from me. We went to school together.
Okay. Yeah, also where the Swans was at, right?
The Swans wasn't formed. They wasn't out then. There wasn't nothing over there, no gang over there then.
Okay. So y'all was just a bunch of kids going to school and doing what black kids do.
Bad. Yeah, doing what black kids do.
Okay.
Ditching, doing ditching parties and fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And junior high just fighting, beating up, jumping on people, or doing what bad kids on the east side did.
So when you mentioned Russel Elementary, did you happen to know A.C. Moses or Kenny Carson? Two Pretty Kenny and A.C. Babalouie?
No, are they my age bracket?
Yeah.
Well, they not then. I don't really remember back then because I left Russell. I left the Academy in the 3rd or 4th grade, and I don't remember them. Not then. I knew their names, heard their names later, but I don't know them personally. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How about junior high school? What did you attend?
I went to Drew from the 7th to 8th grade, and I got me a car, and I dropped out. I got a lowrider. That was the end of my school. I ended up going back and forth to school, but I never did graduate from nowhere.
So you knew the Lavenders and Jamel Barnes?
Yeah, I knew all.
Raymond Washington?
I knew Raymond from elementary school.
Oh, okay.
But I knew Jamel from Drew. I know me and Jimmy from Drew, and I still associate with Jimmy right now, Jimmy Lavender.
Okay. Did you know his brother Bobby?
Me and Bobby was A School and Boom. That was my dog. I met Bobby through Jimmy, and by us both having cars, we connected, and kind of Jimmy didn't get up there with us, but we were still family. You know, I know Bobby and mother, father, sister. I used to be at his house every day.
How did you get to school every morning?
Walk.
Okay.
From 79th to Drew, and that's a good little walk.
Okay.
From Central to Drew. Drew's on Constant Avenue, but we walked.
Do you remember Raymond when he went to Drew?
I remember Raymond. I knew Raymond before Drew.
Right. Russell,
Yeah, he went to Drew for a minute, but, you know, he ended up going to Edison.
I was just wondering if y'all walked to school together.
No, we never walked to school because me and Raymond was like a year older than me. He lived like on 76 at Central. I lived on 79th by McKinney, so he lived further down. So he went that way and I went that way.
Okay.
So yeah, but I know Raymond well. I've been knowing him. I knew his brother, I knew his whole family, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The in prison with Raymond, everything.
Mm-hmm. So you knew Raymond elementary all the way to the prison
He died,
years.
yeah.
Okay, that's a rarity here.
I was kind of hurt when Raymond Raymond was my friend, put it like that, you know. I don't care what nobody say, he was my friend before, during, and after, you know, in prison. He was having a problem in there because of who he was. I made them guys kind of back off. I'm not that I'm tough, but I just had a good rapport with them other guys and made it where he could walk the main line at Tracy back in the day because they was on there for being a Crip.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. We're going to get to that. So what type of guy was Jamel Barnes back then? Before the Crips?
Jamel, I know you won't watch it, but Jamel was my personal friend, but he had a lot of problems.
Okay.
Light-skinned guy, pretty boy, big natural, and he used to get chased a lot.
Okay.
They wouldn't fight him head up, but they chased him home to the Avalon Guards, then they stopped.
Who was chasing him, the Avenues?
No, just guys out of Jew, they just didn't like him. He wasn't a likable guy to them.
Okay.
Pretty boy, getting all the girls, big natural, and he just didn't click with nobody.
Do you remember when he started lifting weights?
No, I don't know when he started lifting weights. Probably, I don't know. I don't even want to guess on that, but I don't know when he got deep into it in the bodybuilding though.
Did you ever go to Roosevelt Park?
Yeah, I used to go to Roosevelt Park all the time.
Go swimming?
I could never swim. I don't know how to swim. We go up there and hang out, have our little meeting sometime for a minute, and then it just got with the sheriffs. Didn't allow us to be up there like that.
Okay. So did you ever see Raymond swimming, jumping off the diving board?
Nah,
No.
I never watched the swimming pool. I'd be up there just hanging out with my partners doing
You
little.
was going up there to start trouble.
No, I was going to hang out. But because I was a troublemaker sometimes. Most of the time, I was getting in trouble with my own homies, disciplining them to make them the men they are, because a lot of Crips never had a problem with me.
Okay. How about high school? What did you attend high
I
school?
didn't make it to high school.
You didn't make it. You went to jail?
No, I just dropped. I got a low ride. Just started low ride.
Okay.
I had a Chevy in front and back on hydraulics. And I ended up going to jail for like 3 or 4 days. And then they kicked me out. I cut the security guard out. But I never really went to high school.
Okay. Is that when you met Bobby?
That Bobby when I was in junior high school.
Okay.
Because me and Jimmy went to school together, and I used to go over to his house. Before I go to school, we all walked through together. I met Bobby then. And we talking about back in, I was 55, 60, 68, 69.
Okay.
I was 13 or 14 going to Drew.
Okay. Do you remember any relationships between Bobby Lavender and Raymond?
Yeah, I remember some relationships. They had a problem once, and Bobby had to do a little something to him, but they became friends later on.
Okay.
They had a little problem one time, and Bobby kind of beat on him a little bit, but later on they became more to it than the friends, you know.
Okay. You remember Jimmy and Raymond being friends?
My homie Jimmy,
Yeah.
they was all right. They wasn't enemies.
Okay.
Let me see how I can explain Jimmy. Jimmy is, in the gang, he was highly active back in his days. Really more active than Bobby. Well, Bobby was just a leader, but Jimmy he just got that kind of personality where he just was turned up all the time back then.
Mm-hmm.
But then later on in life, them girls will slow you down, you know.
Did you happen to know Craig Munson?
Yeah, I know Craig. I was over Craig's house maybe a couple of months ago. I went by there to see his brother Teddy or somebody for something. I talked to him. We ain't like tight buddy, but we know each other well.
Was his name big back then when y'all was kids?
Yes, because he wanted him. Can I say names? It ain't cool. Him, Johnny Boy, Walt, Boo, all of them was the Avenue. They was all had 21s or better. They was very respected, you know what I'm saying? And then nobody, and I was cool with them. I know their brother Robert, but they used to knock people out sometimes. I mean,
They was fighters, huh?
yeah, they was respected.
Well, let me ask you, preceding them, did you know about the Slausons?
I think my brother was a Slauson, and one of my best friends was a businessman. My brother's a Slauson. My brother did though.
When you was young, had you heard the name Suge from Businessmen and Bird from Slauson?
I heard the brother Slauson. I think he's just my sister once upon a time.
Okay.
But Suge, I'm talking about. You talking about? You not? I ain't gonna say that name, but I think it might be. Suge grew up late on the house of money a little bit. You think? I don't want to say his name be the wrong one.
Absolutely.
Would his name have to be Raymond?
Absolutely.
Well, I ain't gonna say his last name. I don't want to put him in this. But
Yeah.
me and him, I did time with him. Me and him real cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's him, though, man. Have you ever worked out with Craig Munson's brothers?
Nah.
None of that happened?
No. Because Robert wasn't really into weights. It really just Craig was in the weights back then.
Okay.
Him, Donnie Boyce was his best friend. Walton Baldwin was on Super Swole.
Have you ever heard of Craig Craddock?
Yeah, Craig Craddock was on Edison end. I knew Craig Craddock.
You ever go to school with him?
I think we just kind of like, I think he a year older than me maybe. He was kind of like close to he lives close to Raymond neighborhood, between Raymond's neighborhood and Drew. I know Craig well, we just was friends, you know. Sometimes when you all got a negative attitude, y'all click. See what I'm saying? And sometimes it's best to be the friend than have to fight everybody. So I knew Craddock well. I don't know if he's still alive, but I knew him well, yeah.
Oh, so you don't remember when he got killed?
I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm still here.
Okay, he got killed in 72.
I was turned 17 in 72, went to prison in 73, so I don't, like I'm saying, I was too active, low riding and just being part of my hood and stuff back then. I probably wouldn't attend his funeral, but I minded because he was my friend, you know, as a child.
Do you remember when the Crips first formed?
I want to say 69, 70, but I don't want to, you're going to be cussing me out on this video.
Sitting reminiscing about the days of way back. Big kid dollar folders, gun holders with the gym on the rollers. Keep taking the fire, but the dope shots don't make dollars. It don't make sense.